Hey everybody, we are here at Dr. Frank J. Hayden High School and with Elijah Paulsen, our starting quarterback for the Hayden Huskies. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff today, but we're going to talk about everyday drills that you can do. We're going to work through our 4R system for our quarterbacks and our passing concepts. And we're also going to show you how awesome this kid is and how he's come along in the last couple of years. We're going to do our everyday drills. We're going to show you how we warm up, how we can be effective and avoid soreness in the shoulder and the throwing arm, and a whole bunch of little tidbits that'll help you be a better quarterback. So we're going to get started right now.
Yeah.
So one of the goals that we have is we want to make sure that we get our quarterback nice and warm before we even start to throw a football. So the first thing we like to do, or one of the first things we like to do, is we work with a heavy ball. It's a medicine ball. It's not that heavy. It's about 8 pounds. Actually, this one's about 6. Between 6 and 8. And what we want to do is really start warming up the muscles. One of the biggest problems with young quarterbacks, they run out to the field and they start throwing 30-yard passes. And of course, that creates a whole lot of trouble. So as best we can, we want to avoid soreness so they can be effective in practice for the whole week. We don't want to have any muscle tear or anything like that going on that creates that soreness. So we're going to use a weighted resistance ball to try and get that started. Other things we can do is some push-ups on your fingers, building up finger strength and hand strength. That also engages your chest muscles and you can get those warmed up as well. We usually have both of our quarterbacks. In this case, we've got our star running back here helping us out today, Mr. Craig Sherrington. But normally both quarterbacks will be working together, or 3 quarterbacks, whatever, to try and work this muscle to get it nice and warm. So after he's done some basic lifts and trying to push off, warming up those muscles, we get a little bit of rotation in to try and simulate part of the throw. But what we're trying to do here is engage his core. He's doing a lot of twisting, gentle stretching, and then he's rotating his hand over pinky to the sky as he releases the medicine ball to simulate that rotational action as he throws a football. It's all done very gently. He's not trying to go very far. As you can see, there's only about 4 or 5 yards between him and his partner. But we're trying to start to simulate and engage those muscles that he's going to use when he starts to throw the football. Yeah, you can get a little closer.
Oh, that's hard.
Blooper reel.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
This part we're trying to warm up his core. This is probably one of the things that we want to do first. Engage his core, get his shoulders start to get warmed up and his arm warmed up as well. All right, that's good. So after we started with the shoulder rotations, we worked with the heavy ball. Now we finally get a football. And remember, all these everyday drills are done in probably 10 to 15 minutes. So it's really important that our quarterbacks are really out here first. They've got a lot of work to do before they can even start to practice. So we'd like to get them out. First people on the field we like to see is our quarterbacks. So we finally got a ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to start working the wrist into it. So we're trying to get a good wrist rotation here. We're trying to flip the ball, get the nose to come down as it goes to your partner, and start to engage that wrist and warm it up. These two are literally 4 or 5 yards apart. We don't want them very far at all. This is really just to start the process of warming up the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, and we'll slowly work into the shoulder here in a minute.